I've got with me today Sylvia Carrasco from Goldex. Sylvia, good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Very well, thank you.
Andrew.
And you, tell me a bit more about Goldex here, Sylvia. I know it's a relatively new business, been around just over a month.
Yes, that's right. Goldex launched in the UK app stores about a month ago. Obviously, the all the build-up of Goldex has taken us more than a few months because it's a very complex trading technology app in gold trading. But yes, we actually launched about a month ago.
So tell me more, how does it work?
Goldex is the most sophisticated trading app to buy and sell physical gold, to invest in physical gold. We have pretty much two main USPs. The first one is that in a non-regulated market like gold is, we realized that customers like myself were suffering quite a lot of investment abuse from on the side of the gold broker providers. Their model is always to purchase the gold first and then sell it to the customers, which means that they pretty much are free to put any prices, inflate prices when there is higher demand, etc. On the other hand, we realized that the gold space had all the lacking of all the other asset classes that had been revolutionized in matters of trading. So if I wanted to buy gold, where do I buy gold? Do I have to pick up the phone? Do I have to go to a shop in a corner? How can I actually make the process of buying gold easy? So Goldex addresses these two issues. The first one is we've set up the first gold provider that doesn't own any gold. I like saying always to my customers that we are the Airbnbs or the Ubers of gold because we don't own the underlying asset class. We literally take our customers' orders and send them to the biggest peer-to-peer exchange. There are 5 markets where they can store their physical gold, and we always select the best market for them. That's where the smart trading algorithmics that we have developed for our customers always come, because at a click of a button, we basically scan these 5 vaults and we present to our customers the best place and the best position from where they should buy or sell, which could be 2 markets, buying in 2 markets rather than in one, buying in 3 markets rather than in one, maybe selling in 2 markets rather than in one. So our aim is always to sell more gold for their money or get more cash for their gold. And that is something that no other broker provider has done to date.
And why do you reckon that's the case? Why hasn't a platform or an app like this been introduced before now?
Because I think there has been quite a lot of interest in the gold brokerage space. If you think about it, the model of buying your own gold and being able to modify the price to always make revenues from prices is something that gold providers don't want to change, because that's how they make most of their money. On the side of technology development, why should they be looking at algorithmic tradings and smart trading capabilities when they are very happy that year on year they're improving the number of clients they have? They are making more revenues because there are more people trading gold. And bottom line is, there has not been a challenger like Goldex coming on the table, shaking the tree and basically saying, hey, I'm here to disrupt you. I'm here to improve customers' services. I'm here to give better prices to customers, and I'm the first one that I'm going to do this. And if the others come and follow, that's fantastic. At the end of the day, the customer should have the possibility of buying gold in 2018 as a 2018 customer, and not as if we were still in 1985, which is the situation at the moment.
And these customers, who are the ones buying gold? Are you seeing it become more mainstream?
Yes, it's an interesting question. There is a revolution in gold, physical gold trading. It's interesting that physical gold trading or physical gold investment in bars and coins has remained the same. It's a market of around $42 billion a year, And we have seen, and we are constantly seeing a reduction on ETF, gold-backed ETFs. Last year went down about 250%, so it's a very heavy reduction. The main reduction of the ETFs is simply because people who purchase gold do it for risk aversion reasons, and the ETF still has an element of risk because you have a counterparty risk. So we are seeing in the UK, as in other countries, we are seeing that the retail customer, the people like you and me, before did not consider buying gold because it was cumbersome, it was difficult for them to access, it was expensive. With companies like us, it's very easy to enter into the gold market, get exposure to it, no minimum investments, so they don't have to be millionaires to own gold and to use gold as a store of wealth protection. They can get out of the positions very, very easily, and we are seeing that influx also because the IFAs are now recommending their customers to own between 8 and 12% of their portfolio in gold, because there is no better asset class to protect your savings. And I think everybody agrees that we are going to have a bumpy end of 2018 and definitely a very bumpy 2019. So I think it's the right time to get into the gold trading investment aspect.
Well, that's quite interesting. I mean, can your customers, can they actually redeem the physical gold itself?
Well, it's a question we get asked quite a lot. Goldex at the moment does not offer that facility. It's something we are implementing, so soon they will be able to do.
Right.
However, there is actually, I always think that there is no reason for somebody to own physical gold at home. Why? Because if you have it at home, you have a risk of being broken into. You also have expensive insurance fees, and it is stressful to have it at home. But more importantly, we get asked constantly, I have gold, physical gold at home, my father left me X amount of grams, what do I do with it? People don't know what to do with it. They have to go to a shop. Their spreads are extremely expensive, and basically, it's a hassle to have physical gold. In our case, we store the gold. The gold is physical. It belongs to the customer. Should Goldex go bankrupt, the gold would never be touched by our creditors. The beauty of it is that even though it is placed in the biggest vaults in the world, the gold is still fully insured should anything happen to these vaults. And to be honest, Andrew, even if anything happened to Goldex, and I was a customer of Goldex, I could not be asking for the gold to be redeemed. I could sell my position instantly, and I could request a cash transfer to my original bank account, which customers receive within the same day. So there is no so much reason to own physical gold in 2018.
Interesting. Tell me a little bit more about yourself, Sylvia, and your background. Formerly of Credit Suisse?
Yes. I am obviously Spanish. I've been living in the UK for 25 years, so I've lived, I would say, yes, actually more than half my life in the UK. I developed my career in the city in 1999-2000. I was part of the first team in Credit Suisse to develop algorithmic trading for equities. I then developed my career developing algorithmic trading and trading systems for various banks. I also set up the first FCA-regulated company 10 years ago, advising institutional customers in electronic trading matters. So I think I could not very arrogantly say that I am one of the experts in the field. I started Goldex because I started trading physical gold for my personal portfolio, and it's when I realized the issues I was having as a customer, and I thought, being an entrepreneur at heart, I thought, what can I do to disrupt something that it's so open to improvement? And that's my background. So the interesting thing is people ask us why anybody else is doing something like this. And the answer is, first of all, I could say it's because there are very few people that are such high specialists in electronic trading and to have had the chance to develop this to the biggest banks like Credit Suisse and UBS, for example, or Man Investments here in the UK. And bottom line is, it is a very specialized field, and it's good that our team is just composed of people like this.
And so what are you working on at the moment? What can we expect? You're looking at a MasterCard, are you?
Absolutely. So the other interesting feature that we decided to do was how to give convenience to our customers. How can we live in a world of convenience, of instantaneous access to everything. We don't like putting a 4-pin number in a pad anymore. We prefer contactless because we want things straight away, instantly. So we developed the prepaid MasterCard, which is the first one that is loaded with physical gold. Your gold is stored in, let's say, Zurich. It's a physical bar stored in Zurich, but the mechanisms we developed together with MasterCard and prepaid financial services was to be able to offer that card to our customers as a dual card. Either they can use it as a standard cash debit card or prepaid card, if you want to call it, or to be able to use their gold in real time as if it was cash. The interesting thing about Goldex, though, is that because of the smart trading technologies I was telling you about before, every time one of our customers uses the card, they will always sell their gold using our smart technology, which again means that they will generally make between 10 and 12% more money for the gold. And that is a convenience feature for us. We don't pretend that the card should be used constantly, because if you believe that gold is a good investment for you, why should you spend it? You keep your good money. Your good money is your gold investment. You like it. It's the little cushion that you have. However, we accept that many people prefer to have access to it and they want to use it as any other currency, and for that reason we developed it, and it will be coming in the next few weeks in the UK market.
Sylvia, great to see you. Thanks for your time.
Thank you so much for having me here, Andrew.